Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yemi Asiana. If you're new, welcome. I hope you're here to stay. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, girl. I'm glad that you joined us for another video. So in today's video, you already know, you can already tell what it's about, girl. We're finna get into this hair. We are finna get into this 5x5 HD closure 22-inch water wave hair. Okay, let me do a quick little, okay, this is what we're about to get into. And I just want to let y'all know that this closure, it ain't nothing to play with. When it came time to pluck it, all this hair, all this hair, all this hair came out the closure. So this closure, it's there, okay? It's perfect for all hairlines, completely customizable. I mean, girl, I had a full workout, okay? And it was still looking a little dense, but I was like, I ain't gonna do too much because I don't want it to get bald. So this is what we're looking like. But like I said, we're gonna get into this wig. This hair is from Queen Weave Beauty. Go ahead and check them out. I did get my wig made, so it's bundles and a closure, but it's just a $15 production service fee, and then no, it's $15 service fee, and then it takes 1 week for production. So if you want to see how I got this wig tip top together, girl, make sure you stay tuned. And we finna get into this video. Because it's springtime, and you know when it's springtime, long curls come out, that vacation hair come out. Okay, let's get into it. All right, y'all, let's get into this hair. Queen Weave Beauty coming through with the aesthetics. Okay, this is the box that my hair came in. This is the back of the box, so they have their address, their social media, shipping information, all that fun stuff. Yeah, now let's get into the inside. Okay, Queen Weave Beauty came through with the aesthetics. This is probably the nicest package hair I've ever received, like, to be completely honest. Super nicely packaged. You get an instruction manual, girl. You get all that fun stuff. And this is a 5x5 HD lace closure wig. Inches are 22, 22, and 20. And this wig was super long. Okay, so I learned this trick on TikTok. They pretty much let developers sit on their closure for like 5 to 10 minutes before they went ahead and bleached it. So I tried it. And yeah, so now that we've done that, I'm about to go ahead and mix this bleach up, making a mess. um if you know anything about bleach knots, you know you want your consistency to be really thick. You don't want it to seep through the hair, pretty much like I did. Like, let's not tell the whole world, but like I pretty much over bleached my knots, but we fixed it then. We fixed it. But anywho, I think that's mainly because I left it on too long and I had it in the foil, but we're gonna go ahead and ignore that. So I used the powder and then some developer, some off-brand developer. I have a beauty supply store by my house, and they didn't have the one I normally use, but they had this one, so it's gonna do. So we're gonna mix it up until we get the paste that we desire, as you can see right here. You don't want it to be like icing, not when you're bleaching bundles, girl. You want it to be like pancake batter, pretty much. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it. I added a little more powder because, girl, it was a little too thin. Now that we got the consistency that we want, just go ahead and slop it on there. Some people use like plastic knives or plastic silverware, but the whole goal is to get it on the lace without pushing it through. So as you can see, I'm like lightly applying it on there. You want to make sure you cover the whole lace. Open those folds up in that lace, girl. You want to get every section, every spot, and you pretty much just want to saturate it with the bleach. That's pretty much all it is to it. Super simple. You want to make sure you're being gentle and make sure you're not afraid of using that product, girl. Don't be cheap with this, okay? Use as much product as you need. Use it. And I can't wear any hair unless it's extremely black. I don't like brown hair. It just looks dry to me. So I usually always use the Revlon brand, but they didn't have jet black. They only have soft black, so that'll do. So that's what we're going to be using today. Pretty self-explanatory. You mix the color in with the activator. I went ahead and poured both boxes in here right away because I knew I was going to be using it all. So let's not even be cheap. I mean, and this color is only like $2-3. So now we're going to get into this closure, okay? I haven't even like glued it down or anything, but I just wanted y'all to see this. I cut off half of the closure and just look how it is completely disappearing into my skin. I mean, girl, we got into it. And then I'm going to cut the lace. Do not use scissors, y'all. You do not want a straight cut. Use some sort of razor or something with a jagged edge, something to give you that automatic, like, you know, jagged edge. You do not want a blunt straight cut. I mean, if that's what you want, that's what you want, but I highly recommend using something else to cut your lace off for best results. Now that we got that lace cut, I'm gonna go ahead and place it where it needs to be placed. And if you want to leave it like this, you can. Completely glueless. Leave it like this if you want to, girl. But I need a little more security, especially because this wig was a little big for my head. But I need me some security. And now here we are the following day. I washed my hair, and after I wash my hair, I always just mold it down, put a do-rag on, and that is how I get my hair to be flat under my wigs. I don't do braids. I mean, I should, but like, yeah, I just mold the hair down. It's all the same thing. And I am using this light cap. And a lot of people put makeup on their cap, but I'm not doing that. I feel like that just makes my lace look extremely orange, and it's already a little orangey. So I'm just going to use this regular cap. We're going to clean our hairline with some alcohol. So once we get that going, I'm going to show y'all the wig. The wig is, it's giving what it needs to have give. So let's get into it. So this is the wig. Completely natural state, freshly air dried. No products, completely clean. We're going to ignore the color that I got on the lace. That can be fixed if you have the patience, but I do not have the patience nor the desire because I only wear middle parts. But I mean, if you need to fix it, you can fix it. And that's what I mean, like, it's giving orange. And I use purple shampoo. But anywho, let's get into this. I also learned on TikTok. These are scar sheets, and you place it on your lace, and it takes away the brassiness. It takes away the knots, and it's definitely nice. It's definitely something I'm going to keep investing in. So this is what it looks like. There's tons of different brands. You can find this on Amazon, and it's kind of just like a band-aid, but it's like a scar sheet. I mean, it's a scar sheet. So once we get that out, we are going to place it directly onto the lace. Super easy peasy. You can cover up the whole lace if you want to. Like I said, I only wear middle parts, so I just put it in the middle. And now look at the difference. I don't know if you could tell, but like, look at the scar sheet. When the scar sheet is on, it just makes such a big difference in your lace, girl. So here I am showing you once again the natural curl pattern of this hair. No product, no manipulating. It came with an elastic band in the back, so we love that for me. And it came with a couple combs. I didn't use the front comb, I just used the back one. And then it came with like little, I don't know what to call it, it's like another elastic method. Pretty much that, like, that's how you get your real security on it. But it's a lot of security, okay? So completely glueless if you need to. Now we are going to make this scar sheet blend a little bit more into the lace. So as you can see, I need to get some new powder, but I'm using the Fit Me powder. Girl, we're hitting the pan, but we're just going to take a beauty blender or a brush and apply that color onto the scar sheet and try to mix it in with the lace. And this also helps too, as I got color on the lace, it helps that disappear a little bit more. So now, girl, we're about to plop the wig on our head and we're good to go. I'm just joking. Look at that. Girl, it's not giving, but we're gonna get there. But right now it's just not giving, but we're going to get there, so nothing to worry about. Tucking that comb underneath, and look at it. It's just, it was doing what it needs to do. Now this lace was so, I mean, this wig was so hard to get flat because it was just so much hair. This wig had so much hair. This closure was so dense, so it was just so hard to get it flat. Like, it was a lot of work, but we did it. We're going to tie that hair back, and we're going to go in with our Got To Be. So like I said, this is completely glueless, but I did use hairspray. So I'm going to hairspray my hairline, tilt your head back so it doesn't drip out on your face. You can get you a mini fan, you can get your paper fan, you can get anything you need, and it's just going to help speed up the process of the hairspray. And then I did go in with 2 layers. On a day-to-day basis, I do not go in with 2 layers, but I don't know what I was, this was a busy day actually. I remember this is when I got the keys to my suite. But I need that wig to stay on, girl. So now that we got the hairspray on, we're going to find our placement where we want this wig to go. Obviously you want it, you know, above your hairline, but
I don't have the biggest forehead, so I didn't put it too far up. And this is also why I like using hairspray versus glue, because it comes off with water. So if it gets on your hair, you know, it's not too hard to just get wet and it's gonna slide off. So now we are trying to melt this lace into this hairspray. Have some paper next to you in case you got some hairspray dripping around or you want to clean up the edges. And I mean, just look at it. Like, if my closure wasn't so thick, it would really like be melted into there. So I like to hold the closure in place and comb the hairs out the way. And apparently I feel like I needed more hairspray. I don't know why, because looking at this clip now, it was a lot of hairspray. But that's cool. Now that we got the closure on, I tied it down, but I didn't record that part. And now we're about to get into flattening this wig. So like I said, it was so hard to flatten. You can use a beeswax stick or whatever, but I just had some beeswax in a jar. So I applied that like every other section. I didn't do it on every section because I didn't want to be greasy, but like every other section, I would put some beeswax on and just hot comb the life out of it, okay? Hot comb the life out of it, small sections. I was trying to get this wig flat, okay? And it was hot too because I didn't have braids in, so like I felt it on my actual scalp. It was just a whole process, but you know, we finally got there. We got there eventually. So yes, this is a really quick, easy process. Once you get your lace plucked, once you get your part together, girl, this wig takes 2 minutes to put on a day-to-day basis.
All right, you guys, so that is how I achieved this wig, this look. Real easy, completely glueless. I didn't use any glue. I just used a little bit of Got2b to get this on, but as far as like bold hold or ghost bond or any of that, did not use it. We are protecting our edges, girl. Protecting our edges, because if you want to switch back and forth between the leave out and the natural styles, you got to protect the edges when you need a break too. So we can't be using all that glue. But anywho, that is how I got this hair. Super bomb. Thank you so much, Queen Leaf Beauty, for delivering, okay? Because it's scary trying new hair companies. It's very scary. But I'm gonna be back to show y'all an update in 3 months. So if you want to see how it looks then, make sure you subscribe so you can follow along and you can see the update. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Mwah.